Oh, you do? It's William. Real quickly, I got one of the prototypes back from Todd Walker, who did a review of it, one of the last gauntlet reviews. And so I got that original prototype back. So I'm going to show you the differences and the evolution of from that a year ago when I sent those 5 knives out to what they look like today, and do a comparison of what the official Master Woodsman is, so you know the differences. Okay? So here they are. Okay, let's go through the anatomy of the two designs. This is the original one. There was 5 of them that was sent out originally to do testing and get some feedback from different people that went through the gauntlet and 2 different gauntlet deals, and there was a lot of videos made, and some chose not to make videos. They actually just give me feedback privately, which was fine. I gave them that option, and they did so, and I do appreciate that very much. From that, and from my personal use, it went from this design on the Master Woodsman to this design. And let's just kind of go through the changes quickly. The blade is still 6 inches on both designs. I changed the handle. The handle had a little bit of a high spot here, whereas the new is more of a straight line. People was having trouble with this part right here. It was a hot spot for them. So now this is a straight and more flat, and so it doesn't cause you that kind of hot spot, and mosquitoes are getting bad. There was an issue with this point here that was very sharp, so when you choked up on the knife, it was cutting into people, so I rounded that off. In my personal use, I didn't need this much of the Scandi, so I shortened it up some, but on the original prototype, the green knife, it had more of a step down, if you will, in the transition, and I missed it on this one. I really liked that step down, so I put it back on the updated version of the Master Woodsman. So you'll see that it's a little bit narrower here than the original. This transition was smoother, but this one's more of a step down. Now, as far as sharpening it, it's just a matter of practice and getting the right angle. So if you're sharpening with a flat stone, when you get to that part, all you have to do is just turn the knife slightly, and it still follows that same angle. So it's just about a 5-second learning curve, and that angle is so much better as a sweet spot when you're carving, because it just holds the material there up against that spot, and it just holds it there as you slice, instead of trying to slice off and going down the blade. It just kind of holds it there, and it gives you more cutting power. The tip, I changed the tip to more of a Kephart style tip, where it's not really a spear point, but because it doesn't come to the center of the blade, but it's a Kephart kind of has a little bit of a belly, and it's very close to a spear point, but not quite. But also the handle, just kind of give you an idea on the handle thicknesses. The original was a little bit thinner. I've thickened it up considerably, so that it's a little bit more on the handle if you choose not to do liners. Now again, if you got very large hands and you like a very thick handle, then I suggest using liners. But for the most part, my hands are large and I like large handles, so with this new style of handle, the knife fits in my hand quite nicely. So that is another thing that I've changed. Okay, so that is what the differences are now. So if you see one of the old prototypes being tested, you'll see that this design has changed and evolved to this design, which is now the Master Woodsman. Well, I hope that's clear. hope I was able to follow that. There has been considerable changes, and like I said, it's been an evolution from people reviewing it and getting back with me, either in their video reviews or privately. Some felt like that their comments they wanted to do privately, they didn't want to do a video, which was fine. and that's the reason I sent it to them, was to get a candid and thorough opinion of the knife, and they did that, and I appreciate that. For the most part, everyone loved it, but again, there were some tweaks and changes that needed to be made, and we've made those, or I've made those. Mostly the biggest critic was myself. After using it, I kept going back to the original model, original version of this, even after trying the what I considered to be the prototype. The original version of it in the green handle, I kept going back to that because I just love that step down. That very short Scandi with that step down, to me, just made the knife. That was my findings of it, and from the people who's used the new version of it, they have commented on that as well. They're very pleased at how that transition is really a very sweet spot when you're doing carving and things like that. So that was a very huge improvement over the prototype, the original Master Woodsman prototype. Okay, and the point, I just like that shorter point because it's a stronger point. And if you're going to create a knife with a 6-inch blade to do what some would consider a one-tool option, and I'm still not sold on the one-tool option thing. If you consider a one-tool option as a tool that can create other things or other tools, then yeah, but I mean, you're not going to be able to survive in most areas, in most climates, with just one tool. You got to somehow create other tools to survive. It's going to take more than one. Okay, so it's kind of a chicken and egg, and I don't know, it's maybe potato type thing. I'm not sure, but anyway, Todd just finished up his review. Fantastic review, and all of these reviews are in a playlist on my channel. If you haven't watched that playlist, it's the Woodsman's Grind and the Master Woodsman is the title of that playlist, and there's a lot of videos. There's been a lot of hands on these knives and these designs and tweaking this thing, and a lot of actual field use to get this design to be the best that it can be. And folks, I think we're there. I really do. I've said it in many videos, and I'll say it again. If I am dropped off in the woods somewhere, or the jungle, or anywhere in the world, I want a Master Woodsman on me. Okay? I don't care what other cutting tools I may have, I want a Master Woodsman on my body. Strapped to me, tied down, velcroed, glued, however I can keep it on my body without it being lost or misplaced. That's what I want. Okay? So, hope you enjoyed this. Until the next one, you guys get in the backyard, go whittle on a stick. Be sure and take a child with you, get the opportunity. And don't forget those band-aids and lots of knives. Get your Master Woodsman. You throw all your other knives away. Well, maybe not, but anyway. Alright, y'all take care. We'll catch you again real soon.